The time is fast approaching for the standard definition camcorder to disappear entirely, but manufacturers are still releasing a few new products using this video format. Latest from Panasonic is the SDR S50. Let's find out if this swan song for standard definition is a catchy one or just out of tune. Like last year's SDR S26, the S50 relies on a minuscule 1/8 inch CMOS with 800,000 pixels. Although this has major negative implications for low light sensitivity, it does have one upside. It enables an absolutely huge 70 times optical zoom. And since there are more pixels on the sensor than required for standard definition video, Panasonic has also enabled a 78 times enhanced zoom, which doesn't reduce resolution unlike a digital zoom. Amazingly, at this level of the market, the image stabilization is optical rather than digital. Panasonic's active mode is also available alongside the standard setting. This smooths out the effects of jerky shooting, particularly when walking. The S50 uses SDHC memory cards for storage and shoots video at up to 10 megabits a second, so a 16GB card will be enough for over 3 hours of footage. The new SDXC card format is also supported, allowing capacities up to 64GB, which would give you over 13 hours of video. There's also a separate long record mode button. This halves any data rate setting, thereby doubling capacity. Being a budget model, the S50 has no automated cover over the lens and instead uses a manual slider. Not surprisingly, you also don't get any enthusiast features like an accessory shoe or mini jacks for headphones or a microphone. Less forgivable is the lack of extra controls on the LCD bezel, which would have facilitated two-handed shooting. However, there is still a healthy selection of manual settings available. During regular recording, Panasonic's capable intelligent auto system will attempt to detect conditions and set the camcorder accordingly, for example setting low light mode in poor illumination. But switch to manual mode using the button on the camcorder body, and the familiar Panasonic array of settings becomes available. You can adjust shutter and iris independently, and even add up to 18 dB of video gain on top of a fully open shutter. Manual focusing can be performed, albeit incredibly fiddly to operate using the joystick. There are also sundry settings such as enabling the grid, web mode and pre-rec buffering functions, plus soft skin intelligent contrast and colour night view. Despite the lack of a touchscreen, the S50 still manages to offer Panasonic's AFAE mode, but the process is a little more convoluted without it. You press the AFAE button once to enable the mode, then physically point the camcorder so the indicated zone is over the intended reference point in the frame. Then press the AFAE button again, and this point will be used to set focus and exposure, and even tracked if it moves. Since this is a standard definition camcorder, it's not capable of anywhere near the level of detail of even low-end HD models, but it does do a commendable job of keeping colours faithful in good illumination. Despite having a smaller sensor than most previous budget standard def camcorders from Panasonic, the S50 is about on par in poor illumination, but that's no particular accolade, as they weren't particularly accomplished in this area either. The SDR S50 is currently being listed for around £250, and at that price it's only average value. But should it drop below £200 like some of its predecessors, its decent features and respectable image quality will mean standard definition has a continued lease of life, for a little bit longer anyway.